and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I have a question for you. Who has really felt like they have been burnt out lately? I am definitely right there with you, and it was actually really surprising for me because I felt like once I left teaching and had more autonomy over my schedule and my life, that I was kind of freeing myself from the burnout cycle. Well, it turns out I was wrong, and actually one of the main causes of my burnout was going on vacation. I know vacation is supposed to be extremely relaxing and kind of help you refuel and refill your cup, but honestly, when people say they need a vacation from the vacation, now I completely understand why. Now, don't get me wrong, I had an amazing time and I am a full supporter of going on vacation and taking some time to make sure that you can feel refreshed. But for me, what I noticed is as much fun as I had, and it was such a wonderful experience, I was off of my routine, and I'm someone who really thrives on scheduling, following a routine. I have several different routines throughout my day. I actually recently just made a video about different routines and how sustaining those can help you with discipline. So that's pretty much how I live my life, and that helps me to function really well. But when I get off of my routine, it's so much harder for me to get back on track. I noticed that I was extremely fatigued, very tired, feeling overwhelmed, and also really not motivated to do the normal things that I would do in my schedule, like making sure that I had healthy meals, juicing, going for walks, working out. I was just like, I want to sleep and do absolutely nothing else. And of course, if that's what my body needs, that's great, but also, what do I do if that's not something that's changing, if I don't feel like I'm getting out of that burnout cycle? So on top of vacation, once I got back, I felt like I had so much to catch up on, like housework, doing laundry, a lot of social events as well. For some reason, I felt like I was young and wild and free, and I stayed out till 2 a.m. 2 nights in a row. Yeah. Your girl tried it, and I definitely realized the error of my ways, and so now I am back on track, and I figured there are a lot of people who have gone through something similar or are currently experiencing burnout, so I wanted to share my tips on how to bounce back from burnout. Now that I'm starting to definitely feel better and get back into my routines, I'm realizing like a couple of good naps and quite a few good cries definitely contributed to helping me feel better because I was listening to what my body needed. So of course, while your body may need different things, I feel like the same type of principles can apply and be beneficial for all of us. So today I'm going to be sharing my 5-step program to bounce back from burnout. The first thing is you have to identify the cause, or at least what the main causes are. Of course, there are quite a few things that can contribute to you feeling burned out, but if you don't know what those things are, then you're probably going to continue to do them and not even realize that it's really detrimental to you, to your mind, and to your body. So take a step back and assess, okay, what did I do today that really made me feel lethargic, or like I'm not feeling motivated, or like I just do not have the energy to go on? Think back on your day and start to pinpoint things that seem like they're a pattern, that are reoccurrences that are making you feel low or feel like you're completely drained. Those are probably some of the things that are causing you to feel burnt out. And then when you compile them with everything else that you have going on, even regular life can make you feel burned out. So you need to assess and figure out exactly what those triggers are. Second, once you have figured out what that is, now you have the power and you have control. So you get to create a plan to tackle and completely eliminate the cause. So you know what it is now. Think through, is this something that I have to do in my life? Is it part of my regular schedule? Are there changes that I can make? Really figure out what you need in your life surrounding the particular causes of your burnout, and then figure out how to either adjust them to make them things that are not so overwhelming for you, that don't make you feel extremely down, but also other things that you have to do. Obviously, you cannot eliminate it fully, but see if you're able to scale back or tackle those tasks in a different way that does not make you feel overwhelmed or cause you to get into the spiral of burning out. The third step of the program is actually probably my favorite. If you guys have been watching my videos about like the 12-week year, you'll notice definitely in the beginning, one of my main goals was to spend more time with myself and to not always overschedule and commit to doing a ton of social things. And again, if we're going back through the process, like the root cause of me being burnt out is definitely like that social aspect in this instance. So what I feel like is really important to do for the third step is to put life on pause. Do not accept any invitations. Do not commit to things that you feel like you're not going to be able to do and still feel like you're okay and being able to move forward, because those things may cause you to feel burned out. Remember, it's okay to take a step back. You cannot do everything. You cannot be everywhere, especially if you're like traveling for a lot of different things. You have a lot of family commitments or friend commitments. It can feel like your schedule is just completely packed with kind of tending to other people and what they have going on. But when you're doing that, then when are you taking a moment to tend to yourself? So realize that it is okay to miss out sometimes, because you're not only missing out on that event or something that seems appealing or really fun, you're also going to be missing out on the effects of overdoing it that can lead you to feeling burned out. When you feel burned out, it affects so many different functions of your body, including your gut health, your mental focus. And it's like, why would you want to put those things at risk just to go to one event? And if you feel like, oh, I don't want this person to think that I don't support them, remember, if people truly care about you, then they are going to want you to take a step back, take a moment to make sure that you're okay before you're producing and giving out to them. So let's say it was a celebration for your friend, you weren't able to make it, you feel really bad about that. Once you're feeling better, you can say, hey, so sorry I couldn't make it to that event, but I really still want to celebrate you. Can we get together on this date? Does this work for you? Maybe send them something. You can still support people without actually having to physically be there in moments where you just do not have more to give. And that leads me to the fourth step, which is to give your body what it needs. In my case, it was just I needed to cry it out and I needed to sleep. Like releasing from my body and then giving myself time to recharge. So figure out what you're missing and what your body is asking you for. That could be a variety of different things, from rest to changing up your nutrition, putting more vitamins and healthy nutrients into your body. You'll definitely notice, like, when you feel burned out, you probably have gotten off of your schedule of eating healthy. Maybe you've been grabbing fast food or just doing things that you typically wouldn't do, and your body is like, girl, I'm already screaming at you, so why do you continue to do things that are going to bring me down? So pay attention to those things, those cues from your body, and see what you need to do to start to restore yourself. That can also include things like having less screen time. I definitely noticed that I was having terrible headaches, and yes, a lot of that was due to the weather, but also I realized, like, the lights, the camera, the action, or even like doing what I do for like work, posting on social media, like that's still additional screen time that I would not have regularly if this was not something that I chose to do, like having a YouTube channel. So it's really important to monitor those things. And if you realize you need to take a step back, take a step back. I actually missed my first Sunday posting since I started my channel. Like every single Sunday, your weekly dose of self-improvement has been up on this channel. But if you noticed, listen, a couple of Sundays ago, you did not see me. And that was okay, because I just did not have the bandwidth to record and to edit and to upload and to make a thumbnail. Like, this is a process and it's work. And even as much as I enjoy it, sometimes I realize, hey, this is going to be too much for me. And if I want to get out of the burnout feeling and be able to produce great, helpful content, then there's no point in me forcing myself to put something out when I'm not feeling my best, because the entire purpose is like self-improvement, growth, helping you all just navigate life and giving you tips and tricks to help you feel better and to find joy in different situations. So if I'm not in a place where I'm like, yes, I can give you 100% of my best, then I don't need to give it. And realizing that was so helpful for me and a really big key to helping me get out of those feelings of burnout and just take a moment for myself, press pause on life, and then I can get back into it when I'm feeling better and can give you 100%. And finally, the fifth step, which I kind of like gave a little bit of preview into it already, but that is to figure out what you need to do in order to avoid reoccurrences. So create a plan that is going to alleviate some of the stressors or things in your life that lead to making you feel burned out. And within that plan, you can even create a schedule. So having a schedule then helps you to really see it on paper. I kind of think of it like budgeting. Recently, I've been using a zero-based budget worksheet, and I love it because sometimes I'm like, why was I spending all of this when I was only making this? And so you're able to see a clear picture of what's coming in and what's going out. It makes sense. It helps you to stay on track with your budget, and it helps you to become smarter and more in control of your money. But you also want to become smarter and more in control of how your body is feeling and how your mind is feeling and what you are truly needing as well. So when you write out your schedule, you can see, I only have this much time in the day. So if I am trying to do things that take this much time, realistically, it's not going to work. Like my time and energy budget, they're not matching up. So once you see that, you can start to eliminate things and figure out different areas where you can make some changes so that you don't continue a cycle of burnout. Listen, it can pop up. It definitely popped up as a surprise for me, but realizing that, I knew that there were some changes and some adjustments that I need to make so that this does not become a regular thing in my life. And I know for you, if you are currently experiencing burnout or if you have experienced burnout, you definitely don't want that to be something that's just a part of your life, because it pretty much sucks and there's no reason that you need to feel like that or that you have to feel like that. And so I definitely encourage you to try out this 5-step plan. I know it's been really beneficial for me, like tried and true, it actually works. And so I wanted to share these tips with you so that you can try it in your life as well. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.